Hey everybody, I'm Ellen here at Etrailer.com, and we're taking a quick look at the Jif Marine Transom ladder. This is going to be for your pontoon boats, and since it's mounted on the transom, that's going to be the rear of the boat, so it helps you to get in and out of the water, make it pretty easy to do so. It is available in 2 different sizes, so you can choose whichever one is going to fit best with your application, either a 3 or a 4 rung or 4-step version. So I have the 4-step version here in my studio. We're going to take a quick look at it and see kind of how it works, and I'll give you some measurements towards the end to make sure that you can figure out which one is going to work best for your application. So it's pretty easy to use. It just folds up and out of the way. To do that, you'll just have to push it up from this hinge point. So it just lifts up and comes out of the water. So that just helps to save wear and tear on the ladder, obviously, and you don't always want it to be down. It can cause damage to any other kind of components. You don't really want to use this whenever the boat is in motion either. You want to make sure that you're at a stop, the engine's off, motor's off, and all that good stuff. But just a little hook and loop strap to hold that up and out of the way. You could always throw on an extra strap or a bungee cord or something if you really want to make sure that it's really secure on there, but that's kind of up to you. It does have these little feet so you can kind of brace against that transom. If you have something like kind of an overhang, like I kind of have my boxes laid out here to give you an idea of the shape this will work with, this might work out pretty well. Just to kind of take up that gap. Otherwise, I would maybe just not even put this on there if it's pretty flat at the back of your boat, because this does stick out a little bit, or it pushes out the steps a little ways, so that's just something to kind of think about. For the 3-step version, the last step isn't going to go above the handles, but for the 4 it does, so that's another thing to kind of consider whenever you're trying to figure out which one works for you. If you have limited clearance here, or limited clearance here, or you don't really want those to be coming up, although you really shouldn't have too much issue with that, but they do come up above that handle height. So let's go into the measurements. We can talk about the overall height here for the handles. Ooh, I just have this resting on my table, so I know it looks kind of wonky, but that's just because it doesn't come with any mounting hardware, so I'm just having it rest there. But as far as the distance from the mounting surface to the top of that handle, it's about 10 3/4 inches high. And then the folded height, so the distance from that same mounting point to the lowest spot that they will always be in the water or always be down, the distance from here to here for both of the ladders, it's going to be the same, and it's that 15 1/4 inch. So that's how much distance you have with that ladder coming down. There's kind of a double joint there. You can also kind of see how this overhang lends itself a little bit more to having those feet there to help give it a little bit more stability. As far as the other measurements, so the bottom step height, that's going again from the mounting surface to the top of the bottommost step. For the 3-step version, that's where we get the 33 inches. For the 4-step, it's going to be 44. The distance between each of these rungs is about 11 inches, so that's usually, if you have measurements for one, it's about 11 inches of difference between them. So the total length going from the top of the handle to the very bottom of the ladder, that is 47 inches for the 3-step version. For the 4-step that I have here, it's 58. So if we wanted to just go from the mounting surface to the bottom of the ladder, it's about 47, because this is about 11 inches. So as far as the total depth, going front to back here, that's 15 inches. Outer width is about the same, and then the step width is about 2.5 inches. So I know there's a lot of measurements to think about, a lot of numbers to throw out at you, but I just wanted to give you a good idea of the size of this thing and how it's going to work for you. So all in all, it's pretty simple to put together, pretty simple to use. I think it's going to be pretty sturdy. It has a weight limit of 300 pounds. Should be good for most folks who are getting in and out of the water, coming and going from your pontoon boat. It is made out of an aluminum construction, so you shouldn't have to worry about rust over time, so it should last you for quite a while. But that's pretty much all there is to it for our look at this ladder. We do have some other styles and shapes here at Etrailer.com, so if you need something a little bit different, we should have you covered. But I hope this helped, and thanks for watching.